Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna talk today about belleza que rompe el ser y more beautiful than the stars. So that is actually that both those poems actually come from one poem. Um, I did translate the poem into Spanish, so I express myself better in English. I speak both languages equally. Speak them very well, understand them perfectly. I do also speak some Portuguese. I'm still learning, but I do know a lot of Portuguese, enough to where I can hold a basic conversation in Portuguese. I'm still learning Portuguese, but both languages, English and Spanish, I do talk very well. I just express a lot myself a lot better in English. So every time I'm writing a poem, I'm typically always writing it in English. So anyway, happy holidays, by the way. I haven't posted a self video in a bit, in the moment. Happy New Year. Today is my anniversary with my wife, actually, but she's at work right now. So I'm actually waiting for her. I actually got her this, right? I love you to the moon and back. And I also got her a chocolate and a little card, actually. The card was actually says, it's kind of funny, kind of cute. It says, after you're married, there's a point when you both realize that no one is perfect, no one is right all the time, and no one is truly a genius except for her. That's a little funny. Um, Secret thing about happy marriage is happy wife, happy marriage. Typically, I've been trying to always keep her happy. Every time that there's a disagreement or whatever, I just let her express her concerns, express whatever she wants to express. I never respond back. I'm not defensive type. I'm not a confrontational type, actually. Which when I was bullied even more because they saw that I wouldn't say anything, I wouldn't do anything. There was a small incident that happened in middle school where not that I fought back, but so this guy, one of the bullies, we used to be very close. I don't know what happened. That in middle school he started being one of those bullies. I don't know what happened. His name is um, Saul Funes. No wedges held, by the way, if he ever sees this. But I don't know whatever happened to him. I mean, we were friends. We were so close and tight in the beginning. I don't know if I did something or something happened that it caused. So in middle school, we were in our science class, right? And he threw a whiteout at me, um, and then I threw it right back. But when I threw it back, it spilled all over his no pants, right? New pair of pants. So he came right running after me. So he not that he hit me very hard to where I hit my head and bumped my head into one corner of the table. We were both served with the indoor suspension. Um, Nothing came out. What I wanted to say, tell the principal, the assistant principal at that time, Mr. D, is it didn't come out of me because, like I said, I was not confrontational at all. But anyway, basically, a lot of my poetry that I've written, um, love, whatever, has been directed toward my wife. Not all the time, though. There's a few that I've written in the past that were not written to my wife. I was trying to hit with somebody girl prior to me meeting my wife, but anyway. The poem goes like this. I'm gonna read it both in Spanish and English. So here it goes. I sit here and ponder endlessly about all the beauties that surround me, trying to compare yours with each beauty. But there's no beauty I can compare to yours. Your beauty is an insult to the midnight stars. Your beauty surpasses all undiscovered wonders. When I look at the sky filled with stars, all I think about is your beauty. A beauty that cannot be compared to anything else. As for your wonderful smile, a smile from you is enough to get me through the whole day. Every time you smile, a new flower arises. When you smile, everyone stops and stares for a while. It makes my heart blossom when I see you smile. Your smile makes me addicted to staring at you for prolonged periods of time. As for your smile shines brighter than the North Star, it guides me blindly to where I need to go. Thus, I wonder endlessly of having you in my life. Your beauty and the delicate nature has me addicted to spending time with you. Just as sweet as eating a candy bar. Sweetness that goes above and beyond the delicate nature. Very beautiful, sweet, and ongoing. As a sitting upon us endlessly, what would life be without you by my side? With such beauty and delicacy, no wonder I'm so attracted to you. And it's no wonder that anyone can stop and stare for a while. Which such beauty makes the stars cry, as there's something more beautiful than them. Okay, so the song itself does not sound exactly like that or whatever, but it talks about how the beauty is more beautiful than the stars, making the stars cry every time she's standing there. So I wrote that poem not a very long time ago, before I met my wife, but I never gave that poem to anybody else. Mostly because, you know, if I had crushes, I would stay silent or not say anything. Um, my wife was my last crush, and look where we are at. We are actually married 13 years later today. Well, sorry, 12 years later today, we've been married. And like I mentioned, I used to write a lot of love poems or poems to describe another female if I were to look at that female without it being to anybody else. So I really didn't write that poem to anyone at all. I was just me, just being whatever it is. When I finally met my wife and whatever, I decided to kind of translate it to Spanish, try to give it to her. I don't know if I ever did, to be honest. I've given my wife a lot of poetry over the past years. I do not know if I ever gave it to her or not. But then again, so by the way, me writing poetry, I write on the fly. So I will later share with you guys a poem I actually wrote on the fly, just thinking about it. And actually, that poem was directed to my bullies on the rise. The poem on the rise talks about that. Actually, I wrote that one literally on the fly. I was just thinking about it, driving in the car. Not only driving in the car, I was walking. I text and drive. I write and drive. I shouldn't be doing it. I know, because the thing is, I started thinking about writing poetry directed to the bullies out there, to my bullies out there. I also, since I take daily runs, daily walks, whatever it is, I'm still losing weight. But when I was in the car, driving in the car, I finally thought about, okay, let me write this poem before I forget. So that's the poem that I'm going to read to you at a later date. That is directed to the song On the Rise. But no grudges held to anybody else. I don't hold grudges. It's not healthy for you to hold grudges, so I do not do that. Like I said, I'm a very open book, so you could ask me anything. If you guys want to see any of these videos, comment anything, ask me anything, I will respond to you. No questions asked. Alright, here's the Spanish version of that poem. Me siento aquí y reflexiono sin cesar. Me pregunto por todas las bellezas que me rodean. Intento comparar la tuya con cada una de ellas, pero no hay belleza que pueda compararse con la tuya. Tu belleza es un insulto para las estrellas de la medianoche. Tu belleza supera todas las maravillas aún no descubiertas. Cuando miro al cielo lleno de estrellas, todo lo que pienso es en tu belleza. Una belleza que no puede compararse con nada más. En cuanto a tus sonrisas, maravillosa sonrisa. Una sola sonrisa tuya es suficiente para sostenerme cada día. Cada vez que sonríes, una nueva flor nace. Cuando sonríes, todo se detiene y te observan por un momento. Mi corazón florece cuando te veo sonreír. Tu sonrisa me vuelve adicto a mirarte. Durante largos periodos de tiempo, pues tu sonrisa brilla más que la estrella del norte. Y ella me guía, sigas hacia donde debo de ir. Así sigo soñando sin cesar con tenerte en mi vida. Tu belleza y tu naturaleza delicada me tienen cautivo, deseando pasar tiempo contigo. Tan dulce como saborea una barra de chocolate, una dulzura que va más para allá de lo delicado. Tan hermosa, dulce, extrovertida, mientras sigo aquí, reflexiones sin fin. Me pregunto cómo sería la vida sin ti a mi lado. Con tanta belleza y delicadeza, no es de extrañar por qué me siento tan atraído por ti. No sorprende que cualquier se detenga a mirar por un momento, porque una vez así, hasta las estrellas lloran, pues existe algo más hermoso que ellas. I guess like I said, because I express myself better in English. But anyway, so it's so ironic that that poem talks about extroverted in Spanish, extrovertida. My wife, at no point, she is not extroverted at all, which is, you know, opposites attract. I'm very extroverted. She's introverted. I'm the one that likes to go out, meet people, hang out with my friends. She's more of a inside with the family, spending time only with the family. Not really much of a, but that's what, you know, opposites kind of complement each other. So, her compliment in terms of like things like that. So, that is, that poem is for those songs. Those songs, la más belleza que las estrellas, y the other one, more beautiful than the stars. Those two poems. In a later video, I'm gonna go to the next poem and the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Maybe this video longer than what it's supposed to be. I don't like making my videos longer than 10 minutes, but can't help it. I like to talk a lot. I like to express myself a lot. But anyway, if you guys have any topics, anything you want me to write about, even write you a poem for your girlfriend, boyfriend. Speaking of writing a poem for somebody else, I had this friend. We used to work together in Costa Rica, at this call center in Costa Rica. And she asked me if I could write a poem for her boyfriend. And I'm like, huh, wow, okay. I did it. She read it and she liked it and she loved it. So she actually gave it to her boyfriend. But what I mean is I could write a poem on the fly, different topics, different things. Sometimes I write about, but you guys can tell as to why I don't memorize my poems, because a lot of my poems are either long and I don't take time to actually memorize it. I just try to connect everything, right? But anyway, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day today. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Like I didn't mention it before, mentioning it to you now, and I'll see you in the next time. Peace.